I'm Jeremy Cable with the AutoMoto Film and Arts Festival. This is Mark Macinnis.
Hey, I'm Mark Macinnis. I'm one of the producers of the AutoMoto Film and Arts Festival.
Mark?
Well, the AutoMoto Film and Art Festival is an event that takes place every year in Detroit. Jeremy and our partner Fred started it in Monterey 4 years ago.
4 years ago now.
4 years ago, and with the help of Quicken Loans and Opportunity Detroit, we brought it to Detroit last year, and this is the second annual.
If you could rename Woodward after one person, who would it be?
Wow. I would name it after my grandfather, Ken McInnis. He and his brothers actually owned a pavement company called the McInnis Brothers in Detroit, Michigan, and they paved the streets of Detroit. The Stroh's Brewery, the Ambassador Bridge, and I'd have to name it after, we'd have to call it the McInnis Road.
That rocks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, basically, we screen and show a lot of great film and art based in the automotive world. We try to find films that are really story-driven and in and about a culture based around the car and motorcycle world. We also have a lot of beautiful vehicles that come out for display during the week, both cars, motorcycles, and sometimes some other stuff. We have filmmakers come to town from now all over the country, and we've got one coming down from Canada this year for one of their films. We screen films from all over the world, and we try and select the best, most interesting stories we can every year.
Mm-hmm. All right, which leads me to the natural question. Anytime I'm asked about cars, what was the first car both of you all owned?
You want to start?
I think it was a Honda Civic hatchback.
What year?
Man, what was it?
Is that the rounded one?
Yeah, the cool one. It looked kind of sporty, red, black, and it was, and I think I put 270,000 miles on it. Yeah, great car.
I had a 1972 Jeep Wagoneer that had been handed down to me from two other aunts and uncles, so I was the third teenager to have it, so it'd done its rounds already.
Yeah. How long did it last?
About another 3 years.
A hard drive.
Oh yeah, we had some good times in it. We packed lots of friends in it.
Okay, and then along these days when we think about stories and driving, especially Detroit and what it means, and cars really make up the personality of a lot of people. What are the types of stories that are being told using cars, I guess, as a setting for the films?
Well, one of the main films that we're screening this year is called Speed Sisters, and it's actually was shot in Palestine. It's about the first all-female Arabian Arab race team, and it's based in and around their lives wanting to be car racers and drivers on a professional level. But really the story is about the human side of what they have to deal with culturally and also being in an occupied territory, and a lot of just the daily trials and tribulations they have to do, just trying to go and follow their passion, something a lot of times we take for granted here.
من باب السخرية الهادفة أنه يمكن في كل دول العالم يزبط راليات إلا بفلسطين.
أيوة،
انه بدك تصطدمي بحاجز عسكري اسرائيلي كل شوي.
على مستوى العالم العربي احنا اول بنات إلنا فريق. احنا تأثرنا بالاحتلال، انضغطنا لوين نوصل، يعني نوقف حياتنا خلاص نضل قاعدين.
بالنسبة للاتحاد دعاية حلوة، بدي سعادة إنه أنا براند.
أهلي بيعطوني كل إشي عندهم، بحس في المسؤولية.
أول تاني.
We've also got, last year we showed
Havana Motor Club, which was all about the underground race car, underground racing scene happening in Cuba. And that film went on to get distribution, it's screened in theaters, it's on iTunes right now, and we actually flew out the Cubans who were in the film to Detroit, and they said it was one of the greatest trips they've ever taken in the US, because they wanted to come to the Motor City, and that was really special to them.
And then this year we also have the Paige Jones story, which is the story of Paige Jones, Parnelli Jones' son, who was 18 years ago, he was a dirt track racer in the sprint series, and he hit the wall and had some brain injury, and it's basically about his recovery from that. And so that's a fun film we have. We have The Bone Stocks, which is about basically street racing legalized in Canada over the border there. And that's a very interesting story about our friends across the border, and how they do and what they do in their racing world, and again, maintaining the car, taking care of it, finding money to pay for it, and getting to the track, and then the trials and tribulations of any race that seems to carry.
All right, so what's going to happen next with this festival as it continues to grow? What do you see?
Well, yeah. Last year was our first year. This is our second year, so we condensed the festival to Broadway Street in downtown Detroit, which is right in front of the Madison, the Opera House. We're at 1515 Broadway, which is a historic location that gave birth to techno music. There's a new hotel going in there. There we have the Belt that's right around the corner. So this year we've condensed the festival, and moving forward for the next couple years that we want this to be annual. We want that space to thrive and continue to show movies and have car events and motorcycle events every year.
Basically, we'd like to see the event grow out from there, where there's other theaters available on the street, including the YMCA. At Bull Family YMCA, we'll be using that Friday night for a second screening room, just because we have so many great films we wanted to show this year. And then probably expanding the program to the full week with them next year, as well as a couple other screening rooms on the block. And then ultimately, we'd like to see it turn into a very nice, fun, open public street festival and car and motorcycle show, where we have at least 1 or 2 blocks of Broadway closed down, and get the public to come down, have a great day, and really celebrate what we feel is everything that's Detroit, which is cars, music, and art.
All right, and now the big question. How do people come, and how do people get in contact with you in the whole event?
Well, everything's online at our website, amfilmfest.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They're all linked through there. Tickets are available. We work with Passage this year, a local Detroit company. We try and work with as many of the local companies as we can. We love the community out here. So you can go to gopassage.com, and you can find tickets there, or there's also links through our website for tickets. And you can always come down to the door. Most of the screenings are at 1515 Broadway, Thursday night through Saturday night, starting at about 6 p.m. every evening. And then again, Friday night we have a second screening room right across the street at the Bull Family YMCA.